Thank you for choosing Pyranha to protect your horses. Today we're learning to install the Pyranha SprayMaster system in your barn. At the installation site, remove all of the contents from the drum and the box inside. Screw the pressure gauge into the top of the brass cross assembly. Place the system top back on the drum, making sure the black float with nylon line passes through the cutout with all lines hanging freely. Mount the PVC circle on top of the drum and tighten with a wrench. Run the end of the tubing from the intake filter through the lid and connect it to the pump suction inlet elbow. Insert the check valve assembly through the lid and connect it to the pressure regulating valve. Make sure that the male discharge elbow points away from the timer. Using this barn diagram as a guide, plan your installation by running the tubing on the ground along the area to be treated, beginning at the tank. Leave 4 feet of slack at the start to allow for easy system refills and cleaning. When installing your nozzles, cut the tubing squarely to ensure airtight connections. Push the tubing firmly into the side of the nozzle. Pull gently to confirm you have a secure connection, then push back in. Install the tubing and spray nozzles above the center of each stall and 6 feet inside each exterior door. Make sweeping turns around corners with the tubing to avoid kinking. After all the spray nozzles have been installed, insert the beginning of the tubing into the discharge elbow on the brass cross assembly and tighten with a wrench. At the end of the tubing, attach a bleed valve to shut off the line and hold pressure. We highly recommend ending the tubing back at the system for bleeding liquid and air from the tubing back into the drum. Now fill the drum about halfway with water. If you have hard water, we recommend using an RV hose filter when filling the drum. Don't add any insecticide concentrate at this time. Plug the system into a 110-volt outlet. Start your system by flipping the toggle switch to test. Open the bleed valve and hold it inside the drum. Let the system run for several minutes to be certain the pump is priming and there are no leaks in your tubing connections. Once a steady stream is flowing into the drum, close the bleed valve. Turn the pressure regulating valve clockwise until the pressure gauge reads between 190 and 210 psi. Check again for leaks at the tubing connections, also making sure the nozzles are spraying a consistently fine mist. Once you've tested your system, flip the toggle switch to off. Unplug the system and carefully slide the top to the side of the drum. Add the entire insecticide concentrate to the drum and fill the rest of the way with water to 4 inches from the top of the drum. Open the bleed valve and hold it in the drum. Flip the toggle switch to test to fill the tubing with insecticide. Close the bleed valve once insecticide has filled the tubing, making sure the pressure gauge reads between 190 and 210 psi. Place the system top back onto the drum, securing it with the metal ring, and plug the system in. Rotate the outer ring of the clock dial clockwise to set the time of day. For each time you want the system to spray, pull the corresponding pin outward into the set position. Turn the run duration knob to set the length of spray time desired. When you first install your system, we recommend setting the timer to operate 6 times a day for 45 seconds each. When you've gained full insect control, you can cut back on the spray duration to maintain control. Now that you're finished, close the timer lid and place the cloth cover over the system top. Thank you for trusting Pyranha to protect your animals. For more information on our full product line, visit pyranhalife.com.